Kukui here with a room renovation challenge by braelynjane, or FlufffyMonkey, on Twitter and Instagram. The challenge reads, you are a teenager or a child and your parents have said that if you clean out the backyard shed, you can use it as a hangout room. Remove all the junk and turn the room into a hobby room or activity room for yourself. The official rules on Twitter added, do not change floors, do not add removed walls, do not add half walls, do not move, change, or add windows, do not move the door. Do remove all the items from the shed, do paint the walls, but you must keep them a solid color. Do use rugs, do use all cheats and debug, no budget, any packs. And CC is optional. I went no CC, so these all will be available for download, and when I say all, I mean many rooms, because I was so inspired by this challenge, I could not stop designing rooms. Braelyn kindly said that I could enter more than one room in the contest. I'm not sure I'm going to enter all the ones I show in this video because I'm not sure they all fit the guidelines perfectly, but I will upload all of them to the gallery. The prize, if she likes your room, is she will feature it on her Instagram page, which I think is very cool. I'm only going to show the speed build of 2 of the rooms, partly because I didn't save the footage from all of the rooms, and partly just because there really are a lot. This would be a super long video if I showed you all of them. Although most speed build videos are of like entire buildings, including the construction, and I just do one room, and mine are still really long because it takes me 40 minutes to make a single room. I'm very methodical, okay? I really enjoy challenges like this, though, that are super themed. It's just decorating, there's no building. Like, can we do more of that? I need to search out and see if there are others, because I just keep wanting to make new entries for this one. Anyway, this first room is a writer's room, office. Actually, several of them are writer's rooms because, you know, I'm a writer and I would love to have like a cozy little retreat. We're actually in the process of moving to a house with so much space, and I'm gonna get my own office, and I'm so excited. I'm really stoked to decorate it, but I wish decorating in real life was as easy as it is in The Sims. Where you can just be like, do I like this couch here? No, we'll just delete it and find a different one and move it around the room several times, and it takes no effort. Oh, that would be glorious. So I'm a little stressed about decorating my own office in real life. In Sims, I did a million of them, and I like them so much. This one, I was kind of thinking about what I want in my real life office, and so I went for kind of this like boho vibe, because that's kind of a style I really like. But it turns out I'm very heavily influenced by my mother's style, which is more mid-century. So this room wound up very mid-century. I didn't realize how influenced I was by my mother's style, but there's like a yellow couch in this room, and we own a yellow couch. There's a mid-century stereo. We own a mid-century stereo. Like, my mother could have picked out most of the furniture in this room. But I do really like the like funky decor I did on the walls. That's something I definitely want in my space. Lots of different like frames and things that don't really go together, very eclectic. Mirrors and empty frames, and you know, I really like those like big carved hearts that I think came from Outdoor Retreat. Those are really cute. I have those in here. Just a really good mixture of things. I also have a good solid bookcase, although if this was my office, you'd have to have like 4 more bookcases to have all my books. But I just wanted to design a space that was really nice for just like sitting and working on your novel, or reading a book, listening to some music, maybe even hanging out with some friends. I definitely made a little conversation area, just a really chill, mellow space, and I feel like I captured that. I will say it's not very teenager. I think I would have liked this as a teenager. In fact, I would have been ecstatic to have a space like this as a teenager, but it's not necessarily what I would have designed myself as a teenager, you know? I didn't go super teen. I feel like I kind of missed the challenge on that. But I really like the space. I think it's really pretty. I had a lot of fun making it. So, points for that, right? For this next room, I really wanted to do something more designed for a child, to do that part of the challenge, and one of the specific rules of this is that your parents want you to make the space into somewhere where you can be productive, develop a hobby or skill. And so I was thinking about like what kids can do in The Sims, which as we all know is kind of limited, but once you build up your creativity skill high enough, you can actually build instrument skills. You can't play guitar, but you can play piano. And so I thought it'd be really fun to do a music room. I also think kids can build singing skill. I'm not 100% sure about that. I do know that they can sing on the karaoke machine. So I knew I wanted a piano and a karaoke machine in here so the kid could just like develop their musical talent and passion. And I really had a lot of fun with it. You know, all I knew was that I wanted that like one piano in here and the karaoke machine, and it took a while to figure out like what the rest of the room would look like. I wanted to have the karaoke machine set up like in front of a couch so that if like their friends came over, they could like watch them perform, they could practice, you know, like being a pop star. And one of the design things that I have learned from my mother, pretty much anything I know about interior design, I learned from my mother. And something we actually were just talking about is that you shouldn't shove a couch up against a wall. I don't know exactly why, except that it kind of makes the room feel smaller and it just doesn't look great. I've been in so many rooms where people shove everything against the wall. Like all their furniture is just against the walls and the like middle area is empty and it just isn't very cozy and it doesn't work as well as utilizing that space. And my mom actually just gave me the tip that if like your layout requires a couch against a wall, you should put a table behind the couch and like use it as a shelf, or I guess as a table, but it just looks like a shelf because you don't see the whole table is what I meant. Shelves and tables are really the same thing. One is just attached to the wall and one has legs. It's fine. I'm losing it, guys. I wound up with a boombox, which you sadly cannot dance to. I play tested this room and that's the one thing you can't do. There isn't room to dance. I think the thing I struggled with the most in this room was finding a good rug. There are two with music notes on them, and they're both really cute. I think they're both unlocks that like you get through either being in a club or being in a career. But I used cheats so I could use them. But I didn't like the color scheme of either of them. I think I did eventually wind up with the club rug, and I feel like it finally managed to work. I tried changing out that couch to fit better, and I changed couches like a million times and wound up with the one I started with. Somewhere in here, I did the bear chair, 3 of them together, which I'm obsessed with. I have to use that in a build somewhere, because you can have them be Grizz, Ice Bear, and Panda. And that just made my We Bare Bears fangirl heart happy. But it really didn't fit in this build, so I got rid of it. But somewhere I will use that idea. Designing really specific rooms always makes me want to go make a sim to go in it and like play as them, and I think it could be so fun to play as this just like musically obsessed child sim who like grows up to be a rock star or whatever. I do wish we had like bands and stuff in Sims 4. That was a really fun thing in Sims 3. So hopefully that is something we will get someday. But you can at least like play for tips and stuff, so that's cool. And I think Kawaii Stacy has a mod where you can like perform concerts. I did it in my Get Famous Let's Play, and it was pretty fun. I'm actually more likely when playing a musical sim to have them like write compositions and sell those. I tend to be really into like grinding out things that make money, which is really not the kind of game The Sims is, but it's still what I do. So I do not have normal Sims gameplay. But I had so much fun adding just like little kid touches to this room, the like butterflies on the walls and the toys, and I thought it was fun to have like 3 giant plush toys so they could be like an audience for the child when their friends aren't over. Like they perform for their stuffed animals and see like their reaction and stuff. Like I just think that'd be really cute, imaginative play. Also, you can't dance in here, but you can hug all 3 giant plushies. That was very important to me, so I play tested that. It is a thing. You can hug them all. Overall, I'm just really happy with how this room turned out. I think it fits the challenge really well. I think it's really cute. It's just a great place for your child sim to come and develop their creative skill and have fun with friends. And yeah, I'm happy with it. Let me know what you think. So now we get into the designs I did off camera. This one is kind of an all-around craft room. It's got a knitting basket. I actually have a knitting basket in almost all of these. You may have noticed there was one in the mid-century writer's room too. They just like tuck in so nicely, and I feel like they fit with this theme of a place where you go and like develop skills, and I just really like knitting, so they're everywhere. But this one also has an art easel and a candle making station, and it's another one that definitely does not feel very teen. Much more young adult, but I really like the color scheme of it. I feel like it's just very soothing and relaxing. I like the minimalist, almost new agey vibe. I was largely inspired by eco lifestyle. I just love the build buy items in that pack. I think they're so beautiful, and it just fit with the idea of a craft room since that whole pack is about becoming a maker. So it kind of fit with the theme, even though I still feel like I definitely missed the demographic of these rooms. This one is definitely my most adult room, but I also just really like it, and I think I would have loved it as a teen. I'm probably not going to enter this one. It's just so adult. It's almost like a grandfather's study, but I just think it looks so cozy. I love the like leather chair and the books everywhere, and I just think this would be a great place to come and write. It's very peaceful and inspiring. I've just always really loved an office with super dark woods and reds, and just there's something about that I don't know what it is specifically that I love, but it just is a place I want to go and read books, and I love it. This room is very specifically a writer's room. I mean, obviously you can do other things on the computer, like this could be a programmer's room or whatever, but it was very specifically designed to be a library and place to write books, and that's it. And again, it's just not very teen, but I want it in real life, and so I had to make it and share it with you guys. And there are little cat statues, because I'm a crazy cat lady and I had to have those somewhere. And the Realm of Magic artwork seemed to fit in here really well. I guess that makes sense for like a writer to be inspired by like fantasy magic things, so I guess that works. I just really liked it. I thought it fit the style of this room, and yeah, something different, but I enjoyed it. So I think this is the first room where I actually got the right demographic. This actually looks like a place a teenager would design. I love how bright and cheerful and colorful it is. I was definitely inspired by the Nifty Knitting pack. That couch came from there, and just that color scheme really fit. I grabbed some really funky pieces like that table and that chair that I just think are so cute. I scattered some like journals around, and there's lots of books, of course. I told you I was making a lot of writer rooms, and this is just another place to come work on your novel, because that's what I do. And I find this space really happy, and I think it would be a really fun office to have. There's also a conversation space and a little drink thing so you can have like lemonade with your friends. I think this is the room of all the ones I designed that fits the challenge the best, and I just really like it. I am having way too much fun just decorating rooms. It's apparently what I really like to do in The Sims. I don't like to build, but I love to decorate. So this next room is my last one. I do have a million more ideas for things I could do with this shed, but I'm gonna stop because I've now entered 5 into the contest, and I feel like I need to stop spamming her. But I do want to go look for other like room decorating challenges. Like as soon as I finish this video, I'm gonna go look for more challenges, because apparently I just really love to decorate in The Sims. It's so much fun. Anyway, that'd be really fun to do a greenhouse for your teen sim. Your child sim cannot use this. I don't know why child sims can't garden, but they can't. It's so rude. But your teen can, and they can come do flower arranging and gardening and take care of some bugs, because why not? Everybody loves beetles, right? I hate all bugs with all of my soul. I went a little overboard with the hanging plants from Nifty Knitting. That really is like the best item in The Sims. Like, if you don't have Nifty Knitting yet, you need it for that item alone. They're so cute. I love putting plants everywhere, so having a room totally dedicated to plants, like that's the whole point, was just so much fun. I'm kind of obsessed. Since this is the last room, I'm gonna leave out this part here. Let me know which room was your favorite, and if you decide to enter this contest, it ends October 21st, and I would love to see your designs. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next episode. Bye!